Introverted Smiles, you are an idiot. Muhammad was not the first Muslim. The first Muslim was Adam, alayhi salam. Idiots, man. Like, when I get comments like that, it's like, Jesus was a Muslim. How? Did he have a kufi? Did he have the Muslim hat? Did his wife, wear a burqa? I know Jesus didn't have a wife, but, like, did they say, Allahu Akbar? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen? No, they didn't. Stop saying that. Even as a Muslim, I didn't really buy that argument. Oh, Prophet Nuh was a Muslim. Did he pronounce his name like Nuh? And all this stuff? Did they adopt Arabic language? Seriously? Really? Alright, let's get down to the email that I got. I get this email quite often, but I wanted to put a different spin on it and give a different type of advice. Let's read the email first. Hello, I've been following your channel just over a week now. Respect to you. See, like, that's a good subscriber. Just following over a week and he decides to email me. A lot of you have been watching me for like 3 years, don't want to email me. Email's in the description. And it just makes me happy to see someone out there that has similar beliefs as I do. I'm 20 years old. I'm a medical student from a Muslim family. And I stopped believing in Islam when I was about 18, 19 years old. That's a good time to stop believing. You're at your like peak of like all these neurons and thoughts and all this. You're kind of like in the prime of your life, and then stop believing in the whole concept about religion just about now. The upside is I feel free. I freed myself of so many beliefs that hold you back in life. That is key, man. That is key. Like, the Muslims will say, oh, you're just following your desires, but these desires are actually like the key route to being happy in life. Because Islam, when you think about it, is a narcissistic religion. I just kind of like had this epiphany recently too. Like, Allah is pretty much a narcissist. He wants all the attention and stuff, and that behavior rubs off on his followers. Like, when it comes to the family and friends, they want all your attention and they want to suck you right out of your happiness because they're miserable themselves. So, and then the upside is I feel free, hold you back in life. Then, when it comes to the price of living a fake life for my parents and society, at least for now, I'm not planning on telling my parents anytime soon, but I'm also sick and tired of the life full of pretense. I'm tired of pretending. I have no one to talk to about this, as most of my friends are religious, so I just hope you actually read this. I plan on finishing my education and finding a job somewhere out of the society I live in. I just don't want to pretend forever. The point of writing this is I want advice on what I should do and what I should not do. As I'm sure you went through similar challenges, thank you so much. It helps more people than you think. Thank you. Well, I get this email quite often, but I want to put a different spin on it. Like I said, in 2011, believe it or not, I almost left Islam. I knew the flaws of religion. I knew the flaws of religious people, specifically Muslim people, but I decided to give them another shot in 2012. And what I want to emphasize to you, my friend, is not to do that. Do not let them guilt trip you, because this is like, when you leave Christianity, in my opinion, I believe it's an easy exit. People don't bother you. Yeah, maybe some people will tell you you're going to hell and stuff. You might have certain Christian psychos that might stalk you and stuff like that, sort of like the Mormons, Scientology. Tom Cruise might stalk you and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to Islam, like, when it comes to these like family members and stuff, and see, I was a part of like the Muslim Student Association in college, and like they had this crazy attitude toward me. Like, I was still Muslim, I was still religious, but I wanted to break apart from them because I was sick and tired of their bull crap. And like, I had the leader of them and I had a group of them like approach me while I was eating lunch randomly one day. And it was like the mafia, man. It was like I was eating lunch randomly, about to study for a test, and they all came up to me. Hey, don't think you're better than us. And they just kind of left. Like, it was intimidating. It was kind of weird. Like, you never expect it from them, but it was like the groupthink mentality. Like, don't think you're better than us, or else I will call my camel. No, they didn't say that, but no, it was so weird. It was a weird experience. So like, I think Islam has this group mentality, group like think effect on people. Like, they get jealous if you're not with them. And that's why like they're always constantly talking about, I don't know if you've heard of the Tablighi Jamaat. Tablighi Jamaat is basically like Pakistanis mostly and Indians. They kind of group together and they follow this sect of Islam where they invite people that are not so religious to the masjid, to the mosque, and they try to like, get them to be more religious. And it's like a cult. Like, we need to recruit. That's all they think about. And then they invite like people, they guilt trip so many people. Oh, maybe I'm drinking a little alcohol in my life. Maybe I'm not praying 5 times a day. And they guilt trip these people so hard, like that they want them to become just like them. So what I want to emphasize, my friend, is so important. Like, don't find a point in your life where you feel guilty about it. Like, there's going to be those Muslims out there that have you in mind. I'm telling you, they have you in mind, and they're like, yeah, he stopped practicing in 2009. I'm going to bring him back slowly. I'm just going to invite him for coffee and tea, and we're going to have a good time. And then, next thing you know, he's going to be praying 5 times a day. That's kind of what happened to me. In 2011, like I mentioned, I was on my verge. I had one step out of the door because what happened is 2009, 2010, I became pretty religious. I wouldn't say I was at my peak, but I was pretty religious. And then 2011 happened where I just had a busy year. I was just busy working all the time. And that meant that I was interacting with new people, different people. And the funny thing was like, these people weren't religious at all. And I started telling them like all the flaws that I see about religion. It just came out naturally. Like, even though I was religious, like I was talking about the flaws of the religious people, and they're like, yeah, of course they're hypocrites, duh, come on, adopt to the 21st century type of thing. And I remember this girl like asked me out, and I told her like I thought I was being moral and stuff, and I was like, no, I can't, my religion kind of prohibits me to do so. Even though I was like, I trimmed my beard. I was like, Muslims, they keep the beard and stuff. I trimmed my beard. I was looking all pretty. I was like kind of religious at this point, but then like I still kept to my morals when it came to women, not knowing that it was my ego talking, because I was awkward with women my whole life. And then I was like, I was pinning it on religion. I was like, it's religion that's telling me, it's my morals, it's God that's telling me not to do this. And that led me to like give religion another chance. In 2012, I started to feel a little bit lonely. Like, I was on my way out, and then I had that guilt trip, and then I went back, regressed back into religion. Like, people were making me feel guilty. Why didn't they see me at the mosque anymore? That type of thing. And then 2012, I got super religious. I was almost at my peak. And then 2013, I even delved deeper into the religion. Like, I was like around cult members like every day. Like, people that just backstabbed each other. Just like a cult movie, man. Like, it was crazy. I can't even describe it. A lot of sabotage. A lot of, stabbing each other in the back, like I said. It was the craziest experience. Like, I never interacted with anybody outside of this small circle in 2013. And we texted each other, like, every minute. Like, we were just so absorbed with each other. We didn't even care about the religion at this point. We were just like caring about how much we're interacting with each other. It was nuts. So, okay, man, like this whole pretense thing, don't let it get to you, because I'm experiencing this now. Like, yeah, once in a while I'll like pretend with my family. They'll like say, go to the mosque or whatever. And hey, man, if it's fun, if it's like Eid Day or something like that, if it is like something fun, Ramadan night out, itikaf, meaning like you spend the night at the mosque, you're having fun, you're playing laser tag and stuff, do it, whatever. And still pretend. I know so many in the closet Muslims their whole life, or ex-Muslims, sorry, in the closet ex-Muslims their whole life, and they still like attend the fun gatherings. Don't attend the serious gatherings. If they're sitting in a circle in the mosque reading out of Riyadh as-Salihin, hadith books and stuff, that's so boring. Just make any excuse not to go, and they can't force you. But like when it comes to fun events, like if your family invites you to eat, just go, man. Just say, hey, Eid Mubarak, whatever. It's not gonna hurt you, man. It ain't a big deal. This whole pretense thing, pretending and stuff like that. A lot of ex-Muslims in the closet kind of over-exaggerate that. I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend anymore. But it's really like their ego talking, like they want to break it out to everyone and free everyone. And you can't do it that way. I don't think. I think it takes a long time of critical thinking. You have to let people ease into it. There's no forceful way about this. So as far as like your emotional feelings, I'm trying to get into detail here. You might be dealing with rejection. You know, like you feel like you have no friends around you and all that kind of stuff. It just means you need to discover new friends. Argue with your self-criticism. Like when you start to doubt yourself, hey, maybe I'm the one thinking weird and stuff like that. You know, you're not. I'm doing this video just for you. We had the same thing. The whole loneliness thing. Maybe you had something happen in your life, loss and trauma, that kind of thing. Guilt, like I just talked about. There are a lot of factors that happen into your life, right? And you kind of tie in all the internal problems with Islam. And what I want to say to you, you're normal. Don't do that. Don't have that low self-esteem. Don't think you failed the religion or failed your family members and stuff. Like, just change your perspective and go easy on people. And that's my biggest advice. Just be that I don't know how to say it, like, be faint with a lot of people. Be a light flavor to a lot of people. Don't be too harsh, too spicy. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm trying to think of food. Like, how you bite into or you drink some green tea, has slight flavor and stuff like that. Be like that to people. If that makes any sense at all, which I don't think it does. But be easygoing, kind of be like me, carefree. Introverted smiles. Hey, you want to have a discussion? Let's have a discussion. But going to that extreme and holding on to that anger toward a bunch of people for no reason doesn't make sense. That is the main thing. And like killing yourself with self-guilt and feeling lonely, all that crap doesn't make sense. Okay? So I hope this helps, dude. I know it's getting a little long-winded, but peace out. Hope you enjoy me in 2018. Peace.